Hi guys, Ian from footballboots.co.uk here, and today I'm going to be joined by Matt and Luke, and we're going to be taking a look at the latest boots in the Adidas football revolution. I've got the X 15.1s here.
And Adidas have combined the Primeknit upper with the brand new X to create
the X 15 Plus Primeknit.
So today we're looking at the bold orange, solar orange combination of the Primeknit technologies with the X. Okay, this is the latest adaptation of the Primeknit technologies. We've seen the original Primeknits, we've seen the Primeknit 2.0s, and now the Primeknit is joined in with the X here. There's also the Ace. You're going to see these X's worn by the likes of Luis Suarez, Gareth Bale, Juan Mata. A whole lot of big name players are switching and they're already wearing these boots. And today we're going to let you know if they're any good or not.
So launched as the first ever colourway for the X Primeknit, we have the bold orange, solar orange and black. In my opinion, it's a fantastic looking boot. It looks super sharp in hand, on feet it looks top as well. I'm a big fan of red and orange boots myself, so I'm obviously a big fan of this colourway. We obviously have the solar orange and bold orange knitted together, and the bold orange almost has a red tint to it, which has a nice contrast against the solar orange. We have black. It makes up the cage, the X cage on the side panels, lateral and medial, and also black on the compression tongue, which is a really nice touch. Finishing up the colourway is white Adidas branding on the heel counter and also X branding on the compression tongue. All in all, massive fan of the colourway, the design of the X.
So when trying on the X Primeknit straight out the box, your foot's going to slide into the boot without too much trouble, and when fully into the compression tongue, it's definitely going to be noticeable that it really hugs around your foot, gives you a really secure and responsive fit. The upper itself is incredibly soft and comfortable, and it's going to provide a nice touch and feel on the ball. The X cage reinforces that lockdown experience, and combined with the compression tongue, its fit is just definitely tight. So I would recommend you probably go up half a size to achieve the correct fit with your foot. This combination of the compression tongue and the X cage hugging around the midfoot, the X Primeknit will probably cause some wide-footed players some issues with discomfort. Again, you can probably get around with that by going up half a size, or you might decide to try the Ace Primeknits, which have got a slightly different last and may suit you a bit better without that X cage wrapping your foot so tightly.
So as mentioned earlier, the upper of the X Primeknit is really super soft. In hand, Luke's got his foot in the boot at the moment. It's really nice soft material, so breaking wise, it shouldn't take too long at all. The only thing that might take some loosening up is just the compression tongue and also the X cage, because it does really hug around the foot snug. Okay, so it might just take several training sessions just to loosen up to make a custom fit.
So we've got one of the most advanced uppers on the market here. The Primeknit has been used throughout the entirety of the boot, and it's been combined with the X cage that wraps across here and the compression tongue that runs up through the middle. What they have done is they've added this NSG coating again to the top of the upper here, so it's going to give you that good control, the non-stop grip in any weather conditions. It's just these little raised bobbles really on the top here, and that's what they're using to do that. And that is used throughout the entirety of the boot, apart from on the X cage that's here.
As mentioned previously, the compression tongue does a great job of securing the foot in place, gives that nice lockdown feel and responsive fit for the player. It's incorporated into the lacing system as well. So as you do those laces up tight, it really does reinforce that lockdown feel to get a real responsive fit for the player when they're pushing off and making quick turns.
So we had some reports of people talking about getting a bit of heel slippage in the original X's in this area, but on this version we found that you don't have that. They put a nice kind of almost like leather-like material in the back of the heel, We'll throw up a few shots of that right now, and you can just see that they've kind of addressed that issue. This is almost like a neoprene type material. It's just a little bit slippy with your heel in there, and what they've done, and they've switched it up, and they've made a nice little adjustment in this version. So on the X15 Plus Prime Knit, you've got the X Claw stud configuration again. This is exactly the same as you have seen on the X15.1s, no change there. It's a new technology from Adidas. They've combined the use of firm ground and artificial into one stud configuration. You do get the benefit of being able to do both, but perhaps you might lose a little bit in not having something specific for either of those fields. Some pros have decided to use the sprint frame from other boots. That won't be something I don't think that pros will be able to do with these, but keep an eye out, see what they're wearing, you never know. As for you, you're going to be wearing the retail versions, just as we have here today, and it's a decent sole plate.
Protection wise, the X Prime Knit, the upper is actually a little bit thicker than what you'd see on something like the Vapor 10. So in terms of tackles and studs coming in, they should be softened a little bit, just a little bit dampened, so it shouldn't be too painful for you. The compression tongue might be the only sign of weakness. It is a little bit soft, so if any tackles and studs going there, you might receive some painful blows. The durability, they're pretty good. We've heard of no problems with the X synthetic or leather to date, and the Prime Knit is a really super high quality as well. So durability wise, these should last you a season and maybe more for sure.
All right, so what's the verdict on the X15 Plus Prime Knit? Well, Luke's had a great time testing them today, and he's really enjoyed playing in them. They are one of those really good, lightweight, comfortable, great fit boots. When you kind of start looking at these, you know that Adidas have really brought to the market a really good pair. You're going to compare them to like the Magista Obras, the Superflies. They've got such a good, snug compression fit. The combination of this sock with the X cage, really nice tight fit. Really good for making those quick cuts and turns. Striking the ball, really nice. This upper itself feels really good when you're receiving the ball. A nice little touch with this NSG on top of the Prime Knit, which in itself is a really nice upper anyway. Really high quality level of craftsmanship. Beautiful pair of boots made by Adidas. If you are considering a new pair of boots, these are definitely going to be one of them. Eye-catching design, really stand out, kind of classic red, black, white Adidas colors. If you're thinking of a new pair of boots, you're going to be thinking these. You're going to be thinking the Ace Prime Knits. They are definitely a step above. They are a bit more money, but you know what? They are worth it. It's when you talk about the Superflies or the Obras or something, are they worth it? Well, these are definitely worth the little nudge up in cash. So if you're thinking about a new pair of boots, definitely go consider these. We're going to have a review of the Ace Prime Knits coming to the channel soon. So if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you drop a like on this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Matt. Thanks to Luke. Right, we're going to go and play some more football. You go do the same.